Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be a general weekly reading focusing on the energy surrounding us during the week of April 30th through May 6th, 2018. For the reading, I'll be pulling 3 cards. Well, I've actually already done it. You can see the spread is laid out here. I've just did that to save a little bit of time, but there are 3 cards for the main spread from the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron-Reid, plus 1 additional card from the bottom of the deck as the overall energy for the week. And then there's an additional oracle card from the Soul's Journey lesson card deck by James Van Praagh. Remember, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. Anyway, for you to get a truly personalized reading, focusing on you and what's going on in your life right now, would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you could take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find the types of readings that I offer as well as pricing, or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Right, so let's get started. Lower my camera just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we have in the past position. So the energy as we come into this week of, the last day of the month of April, heading into the first week of May, we have the messenger of air, followed by another air card, the two of air. And the outbound energy for the week is the Ace of Earth. And the card at the bottom of the deck, Ten of Fire. And the oracle card is Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. We have the card itself is sort of a very pale yellow, and then on the mandala we have beautiful sort of blues and navies and orange and yellow. Very pretty mandala. Okay, so starting off with the card in the past position, this messenger of air. We have, like I said, 2 air cards. So this is air energy, right? Typically this will be in the traditional tarot, the suit of swords. And the suit of swords, or the suit of air, has to do with our thoughts, right? It's our intellect, it's cerebral energy. Has to do with also how we communicate with other people. Sort of, if we think as you think, so you become, right? So it's where we come up with our ideas. It's where we set our intentions. It's the way in which we think, and then the results of that thinking and where our thoughts could lead us as well. It's also important to remember that thoughts are very powerful, right? And so be careful with your thoughts. If you have positive thoughts, if you plant positive seeds, then you can typically expect a positive result, right? Positive fruit of that seed. And if it's the opposite, if you plant negative thoughts, then it's very difficult to get a positive sort of result out of planting negative thoughts. So that also ties in with the suit of swords or air. The messenger of air, that this would be the knight of air in the traditional tarot. And knights, we know, they're the ones who can bring messages, but they also act on things, right? They're the ones who come in to act on a particular situation. In this case, the messenger of air is it's very quick-paced, fast-paced energy. It could actually be a person, right? We know that when we have court cards appear in a reading, they can be people. Although I tend to view, this more as sort of a situation or an event. But if this is a person, typically it would be more of a middle-aged air sign individual, male or female, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And again, this person is very sort of fast-paced, kind of rushes in, takes swift action on something, or there's a swift response, so very quick thinking, quick action, quick. It might be a situation that, in the past you had to act on quite quickly. Maybe it was something that even that you weren't sort of expecting, and so you were you were called to act more quickly, right, on that particular situation. On the negative side, the Knight of Air or Messenger of Air does run the risk of being sort of too forceful, too aggressive, right? Those would be sort of the negative, kind of to the extreme. But in general, the Knight of Swords is a very truthful person, a very smart person, obviously, suit of the mind. So, a very intelligent individual and somebody who is, kind of ready for action, takes decisive, quick action on something. Now, that is kind of, it's different energy than what we have sitting in the center of the reading, because the Two of Air, sitting in the present position, this usually it speaks of some type of stalemate situation, right, or impasse. Not being able to make a decision on something. And in this particular deck, she doesn't actually, yeah. Still does show her, I guess, as being blindfolded, not quite as prominent as in the regular tarot, it's the traditional tarot, but, usually it's sort of feeling as though you're unable to see the entire situation, so, that means you can't sort of, or maybe you refuse to see a problem at hand or a certain situation that you're dealing with, so you're kind of avoiding making a decision. It could have to do with a significant decision. It could, coming after this Messenger of Air, where you were called to make, quick, decisive action or take quick, decisive action on something. This card is more about, uncertainty and sort of needing to consider options and taking that time not to rush forward. So, kind of contradictory energy going on here. Because usually the two, it's all about studying, weighing things up, but possibly being unwilling or, unable to make a decision or unwilling to see a situation for what it usually is. Now, in the outbound energy in the future position, the Ace of Earth, Earth energy is, it deals with the tangible things here in the material realm. So, it's associated with material wealth, manifestation here in the material realm. Usually, it's things that we can touch and feel, and it has to do with our jobs, our home, the money that we earn, material prosperity, our family as well, knowledge, education. And aces they're divine blessings, right? These are it doesn't show it in this deck, but, in the traditional tarot, there's usually a hand, that hand of the universe extending and offering you whatever this new thing is. It's also, it's a card of success. It's a card, if there's an answer that you've been waiting, especially coming after this Two of Air and needing to make a decision, the Ace of Earth comes in to say, yes, and give you a yes answer to it. And this could have to do with your career, it could have to do with your job, something to do with your home, even a matter related to your family. But aces, they're brand new beginnings. And it's interesting because as the overall energy for the week, you have this, the 10 of fire, or the 10 of fire energy would be wands in the traditional tarot. And fire energy is all about turning our intention into action. So, the intentions up here with the thoughts and the cerebral energy of this Messenger of Air and Two of Air, the suit of fire is all about, taking those intentions and then acting on it, turning it into something here in the material realm. So it's a suit of transformation. It's a suit of even, regeneration. And it deals with our passions, right? It's a suit of fire, so it's very passionate energy. It has to do with creativity, creative projects, our jobs, the day-to-day things that we deal with in life. And our own sort of passion for getting those things done. Our own determination for getting those things done. And the 10 of fire, this would be, again, in the traditional deck, the 10 of wands, which in this, I like the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron-Reid because it does sort of put a slightly different, more positive spin on the cards, because usually the Ten of Wands is a card that we think of, of being overburdened or overworking, sort of workaholic, having taken on more than your fair share, more than, you can kind of handle, and feeling very burdened by that. In this deck, it's all about, releasing. And you see how the woman here, she's actually setting fire. She has all these pieces of paper flying around. It's kind of like, it always makes me think of sort of her responsibilities or her chores, or even bills, I don't know, that she's just sort of setting fire to and throwing them up, kind of throwing them up into the air in order to release all of those burdens. So it's about burning away, releasing the excess. And it's also about, think of the phoenix rising from the ashes by burning, by allowing all of these things to sort of go away, get out of your life. You're clearing the way for new beginnings, which is what you have with this Ace of Earth, right? So yes, there may have been some sort of, taking on more than you could actually handle in the past. But it's all about, decluttering. And especially this time of year, I think that, these cards are very in line with, the spring and spring cleaning and that sort of, going through your house, going through your closet, doing the yard, clean up of the yard, like getting rid of all of the excess, things you don't need, things that no longer serve you. It's that type of energy, don't hold on to it, because there's things that maybe you've held on to that no longer serve you, so say goodbye to those things, throw them up in the air, kind of set them on fire, not actually like she's doing, but release them, and then allow these new things to come into your life. And again, with this Ace of Earth over here, for some of you, there could be this very blessed new beginning happening with, or either in the job sector, possibly some type of new opportunity, like financially speaking. And it can also have, the Ace of Pentacles can also have to do with reaching a goal or manifestation, right? Manifesting your dreams and just really having the ability to kind of attract everything that you want, while remaining very grounded, because earth energy is very grounded. It's very earthy, down to earth, so whatever this new thing is, it's important to sort of, plant your feet, remain grounded, accept this new, allow this new opportunity to come in, because there are definitely, endings here with the Ten of Fire, and then these, clearing the way for new beginnings. And it's, it's the right time, whatever this is for you, however this plays into your life, this Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles, is the right time for this clearing of the way. There might have been some, you might have had to make some a quick judgment on something. There could have been, a difficult decision, sort of this not knowing which way to go. But then with these two cards, this overall energy of the Ten of Fire and the Ace of Earth, it's just like new beginnings, leave that behind, say goodbye to, these old things, and allow these new beginnings to come into your life. And it's definitely, it's a blessed offering coming in with this Ace of Earth. So something that's definitely, it's meant to happen at this time, and it definitely has potential to, to bring a great amount of fulfillment and satisfaction and stability into your life. Now, the card Pride, let me find my guidebook. I like to read the full meaning for the oracle cards. And Pride says, you need to take time to honor and acknowledge who you are and what your soul has accomplished with your life thus far. You should look at your past soul choices and be mindful of how, through your positive actions, compassion, and understanding, you have made a better life for yourself and others. How have you changed the world in some little way? How have you shared insights with others? Reflect on what you have mastered. You should never you should never underappreciate or underestimate yourself or your accomplishments. Now is the time for you to remember how brave you have been throughout your journey. Celebration is required. Humans tend to spend too much of their time and energy on negative emotions or on what they have not done. This card signifies that you should take rightful ownership of who you are and how you have shared your unique light with the world. It may also be a perfect time for you to look around and acknowledge those other souls who have also accomplished many great things and who need to be reminded of them. That's interesting. And the message on the card is, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So going back to this Ace of Earth, this could have to do with, especially in this particular deck, this could have to do with, partnering with somebody else. Like maybe this new opportunity, it could have to do with working with somebody else. But it's all about, feeling good about what you've accomplished, and again, releasing if there are sort of negative thoughts, you felt burdened, maybe you were in an old job and it was just too much for you, and it was, and you're releasing that, and this is this new job opportunity coming in. Or maybe this is you, walking away from a job that, that you weren't that happy about doing, and you're starting off on your own. You're starting up your own business, or, starting work with somebody else, or there's a new opportunity coming in. So whatever it is, just, be proud of what you've accomplished so far, let go of the excess of what you don't need, and embrace this brand new beginning. So it looks like a good start to the month of May. Very nice. I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I thank you for joining me here today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light for a wonderful week. Bye for now.